talking lift, and speaking of lift, today we are lifting the battle van. I'd like to take a second to thank the sponsor of this build, Amino. Amino is an app that allows car enthusiasts from around the world to connect and share ideas on builds, talk about cars, share pictures, get inspiration, get help, and much more. The app itself is pretty much like a car forum from the future. It's awesome, the layout is perfect, everything works, and everybody in the community is really awesome and friendly. There's always something happening on Amino as well. There's always new content, people are always online, and yeah. Huge thank you to Amino for sponsoring this build and making this battle van possible. Now, the original plan for today was to install the entire lift kit and then be done. And then in the next video, install all the wheels and tires and start clearancing for those. However, it turns out the rear shocks for this thing, which we definitely need, are kind of rare. And it's gonna take 2 or 3 days for them to come into the mail or to come to O'Reilly's for me to buy. So yeah, that went out the window pretty quickly. Instead, what we're gonna do is install the front lift kit and put the front wheels and tires on and start clearancing for the front, because we're gonna have to do a lot of cutting, so start now, I guess. Speaking of tires, let me go ahead and show you the tires I got, the wheels and tires. I chose to go with a Tread Right Guard Dog. It's their more streetable mud terrain, and let me just tell you, those things look awesome. I wanna give a huge thanks to Tread Right to sending those tires out for us for this build. If you guys are looking for awesome off-road tires for an awesome price, I'll have a link in the description for them as well. We'll talk more about those tires once we get them on the car and we're actually able to drive them. I'll talk about how they feel, how they do in the mud, etc., etc. But for now, I kind of want to test fit one, just for the lulz. I also went ahead and invested in an awesome impact gun, an electric one. Uh-oh. All right, let's test fit the tires on the front. That's more like it. So heavy. Hey! Oh, there's clearance. What have I created? Oh, it actually worked. Those tires are insane. Holy shit. Spinning in circles? Oh no. No, it can't be. No! Wait a second. Who are we kidding? We don't need sway bars. All sway bars do is make you travel less. Oh, that wasn't too bad. I'm gonna wait until all this drains out before continuing. The top hat bolts for the strut are way up there. Oh, there it is, right there. And that's the closest one. Oh, this is gonna suck. Definitely gonna go to the store and get some of those wrenches and sockets that have a swivel head, because it's gonna be impossible if I don't. This should hopefully help. Yeah, so, working on a mid-engine minivan, not good, not good. I'm pretty sure I have to remove the dash in order to get the struts out. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and start removing the dash. This is a 5-pound mini sledge. What the frick am I supposed to do? I really should have bought a blowtorch at the store. Alright, back to the store. I hate when this happens, when I have to keep going back to the store to get different tools to actually finish this project, or, you know, projects. It's just so annoying. I waste so much time driving to and from the store like 3 or 4 times, and I waste so much money. I've spent more money on tools to finish this job than I did for the lift kit itself. And now it's like 2 o'clock and I haven't even gotten a single side down. Toyota Previas, man. Rusty cars. I thought I died for a second. Yes! My goodness, those are literally the worst rotors I've seen in my entire life. Look how bad that is. Like, it's just all rust. That's ridiculous. I did not want to have to do brakes, but that's just dangerous. It's just like, it's just, everything's falling apart. This car is just so dead. Poor thing. We'll do brakes a different day. That's so bad. Of course, both the brake lines are so rusted out that, well, I couldn't get them off. So we're gonna try to put the lift kit on without removing the strut entirely. But for now, I'm gonna try to get those top hat bolts, because that's the only thing holding those struts in there. I actually discovered that this side has a very convenient access hole in the glove box. So you wanna take your struts out, just go in the glove box. I mean, it's dangerous because you have to navigate the maze of disgusting used toothpicks from the previous owner, but if you manage that, there you go. I sadly don't think the other side has anything like that though, so yeah. Also, like, what the heck? I walk into the office and look outside. What's that? Is that? It's snowing. It's like a winter wonderland. It's April. I'm on summer tires. What? I can't go anywhere. I literally am stuck here. And that's why we really need to get the battle van running, just so I don't get stuck in the snowstorms of April. Oh. Whoa there. I know you're excited, but oh, RIP brake line, jeez. So I decided I should probably take this brake line off because it was pretty bad. It needs to be replaced. It needs to have a longer one, otherwise it's just gonna snap while we're off-roading. Speaking of snapping, the brake line literally just snapped in half while I was trying to get it out. See, this is why we can't have nice things. Looks like I'm gonna be teaching myself how to make brake lines as well. She's out. I think that's where I'm gonna go ahead and end it for this van for today. I'm just kind of sick and tired of it. Issue after issue, which just, it always happens with rusty cars. And I always tell myself, I'm never gonna buy a rusty car again. And then boom, I buy another rusty car. It was still a pretty successful day. We got both the struts out, or essentially both the struts out. We got all the wheels off, which was a task and a half. And we got to test fit this beautiful beast. Just look at that sidewall. It's just so glorious. Hopefully in the next van video, we will finish the lift kit and put the tires on. But for now, what I'm gonna do is work on the RX-7 real quick. We got these bad boys, which are driveshaft bolts straight from Mazda. It was 50 bucks, $50 for 4 driveshaft bolts. That's ridiculous. But we're gonna put them in and I can finally drive this thing. I'm gonna drive this thing home. Even though it is also on summer tires and has a welded diff and will be terrible in the snow, that's okay. I just wanna drive it. Out of all of my cars, this is definitely my favorite engine bay. Which looks so nice. Despite this thing being a pain in the butt, just look at it. Like, this is essentially what it's going to look like, finished product, because this right now is no lift, but in the air. So with a lift on the ground, it should be about the same. It's just insane. It is absolutely insane. It looks, quite frankly, so badass. That honestly just looks so amazing. But now imagine it with like a bash bar and a winch up front and light bars. It's gonna be worth it. It's a lot of work and just terrible doing this, but it's gonna be worth it. And after looking here, I definitely think we can make this wheel fit, up front even. We're gonna have to cut into the door. We're gonna have to remove pretty much everything up there, but I think it's gonna be possible. And also, look at how much travel this rear axle has. It's sick, it's jacked up right now. When we weld this rear diff, this thing might not actually be bad at off-roading, because the 2 rear wheels are always gonna be on the ground, and they're always gonna be locked, so it might actually be decent.